Good evening, Yankees fans. This is Ken, and you're here with the Ugly Truth. And we will be calling the play-by-play for tonight's Yankees versus the Astros in their park in Houston. Dalkin Park is the name, and the game is going to be Yankees beating the Sox, or beating the Astros. I'm going to go over tonight's lineup. Leading off for the Yankees and playing first base is Paul Goldschmidt, hitting .278 on the season. In the 2-hole is Cody Bellinger, playing right field, hitting .279. DHing and hitting out of the 3-hole is our captain, Aaron Judge, hitting .324. Hitting cleanup and playing left field this evening, Giancarlo Stanton, hitting .295. Trent Grisham will have it in center field, hitting .245, hitting out of the 5-hole. Anthony Volpe will be playing shortstop, hitting out of the 6-hole, hitting .210 on the season. Jazz Chisholm will be playing second base, hitting out of the 7-hole, hitting .238 on the season. Jose Caballero will be stepping in at third base, hitting .229. And behind the dish is going to be Austin Wells, hitting out of the 9-hole, hitting .210 on the season. And on the bump for the Yankees is going to be Max Fried. For the Astros, Jeremy Pena will be leading off, playing shortstop. Carlos Correa will be hitting out of the 2-hole at third base. Jose Altuve will be in left field today, hitting out of the 3-hole. Christian Walker will be at first base, playing first base, hitting cleanup. Yonder Diaz will be DHing, hitting out of the 5-hole. Former Oriole Ramon Urias will be playing second base, hitting out of the 6-hole. Cam Smith will be in right field, hitting out of the 7-hole. Mauricio Dubon will be hitting out of the 8-hole, playing center field. And Salazar will be behind the dish, hitting out of the 9-hole. And on the bump for the Astros is going to be Framber Valdez, fine left-handed pitcher from the Astros. And for those of you that have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. We are just moments away from the start of the game. And as you can tell, I'm wearing my Yankees Take 17 hat. It's my Warrior Battle helmet for tonight's game against these cheating Astros. So tonight, Max Fried is on the bump for the Yankees. He is 14-5 on the season with a .306 ERA. Framber Valdez is on the bump for the Astros. He is 12-7 with a .306 ERA. The Yankees are heading into a stretch of 12 games where we are going to be facing up against teams that have a greater than 500 record, and most likely teams that we may see in the playoffs. Starting off, this first 3-game set is going to be the Houston Astros. So hence, first check mark in the box, 2 out of 3 against the Astros. And Framber Valdez is heading to the bump as the Astros take the field. This is definitely a lefty heavy, an anti-lefty lineup. My only worries tonight are going to be Giancarlo Stanton playing left field. However, we will see what we will see. So it's time for the Yankees to go. And Valdez is finishing the last of his warm-up pitches. Hey, Joe. And that is good news to hear. Indians lead the Red Sox 7-5 in the top of 6. For me, what I want to see is the Yankees employ their speed asset. We definitely have the players in the lineup to take the extra base / steal if on base. This is definitely a team that we can run on. We are going to have to play solid defense in this series. Robo de Jesus is the umpire behind the plate. This is his 10th big league season. He is classed as a pitcher-friendly umpire. And Goldie is in the box. Valdez is getting ready. And there's timeout called already. There's something loose in left center field, so we're going to put this one on hold for just a second. Actually, a door is open. Goldie's hitting .278 on the season, 10 home runs, 43 RBIs. And the pitch is on the way, and Goldschmidt chops this one to Pena. Pena is going to fire across the diamond to Walker for the first out of the game. 1 pitch and 1 out. Not what I love to hear or see. Bellinger is coming up to bat. He's hitting .279 on the season, 26 home runs, 83 RBIs, and an .837 OPS. And the first pitch is on the way, and the sinker is in there for a call. Strike 1. Catches the inside portion of the plate. Count is 0-1. And Valdez sets. Next pitch is on the way, and it paints the outside corner. Count is now 0-2. And Valdez sets. Pitch is on the way, and the slider is down low off the plate. It bounces away from the catcher. Count is 1-2. Hey, Jacob, welcome to the stream. And the pitch is on the way, and it is foul tipped into the glove of the catcher for the second out. That is 2 down. And coming up to bat is the captain, Aaron Judge. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. He's hitting .340 with 43 home runs, 97 RBIs, and an 1117 OPS. Valdez sets, and the pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered through the infield, and that is into left center field. Dubon cuts it off, and he holds Judge to a 2-out single. So the Yankees have the first hit of the night. Coming up to bat is big Giancarlo Stanton. And the pitch is on the way, and it catches the outside corner with a curveball. Strike one. Stanton is hitting .295, 17 home runs, 46 RBIs, and a .999 OPS. Valdez sets and fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is evened at 1-1. Valdez sets and fires, and the pitch is in the dirt. Count is 2-1. And Valdez sets. And the pitch is on the way, and wow. Looked like he caught the strike zone, but the umpire did not call it a strike. Count is now 3-1. On deck is Trent Grisham. Valdez sets. And the pitch is on the way, and Stanton takes a mighty whack at it, but misses. Count is now full, 3-2. And Valdez checks on the runner at second. First, sets and fires, and this one is a towering pop-up. Christian Walker is clearing the field, and he is going to put it away in fair territory for the first out. There are no runs and one hit. Astros coming up to bat. Jeremy Pena, Carlos Correa, and Jose Altuve. And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And I'm going to go over the scoreboard quickly. For the active games right now, the Blue Jays lead the Reds 10-8, going to the top of 5. The Pirates and the Dodgers are locked up at 4 in the top of the 6th. The Mets are beating the Tigers 6-2 in the top of the 6th. The Nationals have a 5-2 lead on the Marlins in the bottom of the 6th. The the Guardians are leading the Red Sox 7-5 in the bottom of the 6th. The Rays have a 2-0 lead on the Mariners in the bottom of the 3rd. Cubs and the Braves are locked up at 0s in the bottom of the 3rd. In the top of the 3rd, the Angels and Royals have no score. In the top of the 3rd, the Twins lead the White Sox 2-1. In the top of the 3rd, there is no score in the Athletics and Cardinals game. As you know, we are locked up at donuts, and that is our active run of games at this point. Let's go, Yankees. Let's go, Yankees. Let's go, Yankees. And Maxie is tying his cleat. And Fried sets. First pitch is on the way. Wow. And it looks like he caught the corner of the strike zone, but it's called ball. Pena's hitting 307 on the season, 14 home runs, 51 RBIs, 843 OPS. And Maxie sets and he fires, and the sinker is off the plate. Count is 2-0. Max has to pitch from in front of the hitters. He cannot be behind. And Fried sets. Pitch is on the way, and the cutter is inside. Count is now 3-0. And Fried sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a 4-pitch walk for Pena. This is not the way that we would have started the night. And I think that the umpire missed at least 2 strike calls. And looking at it, it is definitely a strike. Pena thought it was a strike and wasn't moving anywhere. And Fried sets. First pitch is a curveball in there for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. Correa's hitting 273 on the season, 10 home runs, 45 RBIs, and a 717 OPS. He was just traded over to the Astros from the Twins at the deadline. Fried sets and fires, and the curveball catches the inside or outside corner for call, strike 2. Count is 0-2. And Fried sets. And the pitch is tapped foul down the third base line. Count is going to remain 0-2. And Fried sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered to Volpe. Volpe boots it, but he gets the force at second, and that is going to be one out. Correa is at first. And once again, Volpe does not charge the ball and lets him play it, lets the ball play him. That was a tailor-made double play, but we got at least one. And the pitch is on the way, and Altuve hits a towering fly ball to shallow left, and Volpe makes the play in shallow left field. So that is a 1-pitch, 1 out. 2 down for the Astros with a runner at first. Coming up to bat is Christian Walker. And Fried sets. And the pitch is on the way, and he paints the outside corner for call, strike 1. Walker is hitting 235 on the season, 21 homers, 74 RBIs, and a 708 OPS. And Fried sets, and the pitch is a fastball out of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. And Fried sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is tapped foul. Count is going to go 1-2. And Fried sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for a strikeout. And that is going to do it for the Astros. Coming up in the top of the second is going to be Trent Grisham, Anthony Volpe, and Jazz Chisholm. Hopefully we can get some speed component on our team running. And for those of you that have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Chat's awfully quiet. You don't have anything to say? Let's go Yankees. Time to score some runs. Be great for 28. On the late slate for tonight, we have the Giants playing the Rockies at 8:40 p.m. Eastern Standard. At 9:40, the Rangers will be facing up for Game 2 of that series in Chase Field, and at 9:40, the O's will be playing the Padres at Petco. And you are absolutely correct, Lenny. Let's go Cincinnati. If y'all didn't know, in that Cincinnati Reds game, their starting pitcher was ill, so they ended up going with an opener. And Trent Grisham is stepping up to bat. No worries, John. Glad you could make the stream. Valdez sets and fires, and the pitch is a changeup inside. Count is 1-0. And Valdez sets. Pitch is on the way, and it catches the outside corner for call, strike one. Count is 1-1. Grisham is hitting 243. Oh, no, he's not. And the pitch is a base hit into right field. Smith is going to get it in, so that is a leadoff single for Trent. Coming up to bat is Anthony Volpe. Grisham isn't leading off because the Yankees are facing a left-handed pitcher and they have Goldie in the top spot. And the first pitch is down for ball one. Curveball just didn't cut it. Count is 1-0. Valdez sets and he fires, and the pitch. I don't know about that one. It's called strike one, but it looks like that one didn't make it back to the inside of the plate. But count is 1-1. And Valdez sets. And the sinker is in the exact same spot as the last one. And that one's ball two. Count is 2-1 on Volpe. Valdez sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 2-2. For those of you just joining the stream, we're in the top of the second. The score is 0-0. Yankees have a runner at first base. And there is nobody out. Volpe is up to bat with a 2-2 count on him. Valdez sets. And he fires, and the pitch is foul tipped into the glove of the catcher. So that is Valdez's second strikeout of the night and the first out of this inning. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm. And the first pitch is hammered foul. Count is 0-1. Jazz is hitting .238 on the season, 26 home runs, 67 RBIs, and an .825 OPS. And Valdez sets. And he makes a weak pickoff attempt at on Grisham at first. Grisham was barely off the bag and is in there standing up. First disengagement for Valdez. And he sets. And this one is driven to right field. Going, and gone. That is a 2-run blast for Jazz Chisholm. Jazz's 27th home run of the season that left his bat at 101.3 miles an hour, traveled 392 feet. And the Yankees jump out to a 2-0 lead. Coming up to bat is our third baseman for tonight, Jose Caballero. And Valdez sets and fires, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike one, paints the outside corner. And Valdez sets, pitch is on the way, and Caballero shows bunt and misses. Count is 0-2. And Valdez sets, and the pitch is a curveball down low. Count is 1-2 on Caballero. And the pitch is on the way, and Caballero chops this one down the third base line, and it is going to make it past the third baseman. And that is going to be a stand-up double for Caballero. Caballero is in at second with a double. Pena had to go out. That hit off the sidewall to field it. And it looks like they've got a mound visit going on. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells. And Valdez sets. And the pitch is swung on and missed by Wells. Nice slider that paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 0-1. Wells is hitting .210 with 19 home runs, 61 RBIs. Valdez checks on the runner, sets and fires, and Jazz is taking off, and he is going to steal, or Caballero is going to steal third base. That is Caballero's 42nd stolen base. And the Yankees now have a runner at third base with one out. Valdez sets and fires, and Wells is called out on strikes. Curveball was on the inside corner, and Wells is arguing with the umpire. I think Wells is upset because the call was delayed. Valdez sets, and the pitch, the hitter is Paul Goldschmidt. And the pitch is in there for a strike against Goldie. Goldie is 0 for 1 on the night with a ground out in the first. And the pitch is in the dirt. Count is evened at 1-1. And Valdez sets. Pitch is out of the way, and it is in the dirt. Count is now 2-1. And Valdez steps off. Apparently, Caballero was getting to him. Now, this is another mound visit. Is Valdez thinking Caballero is going to try to steal home? Count is 2-1 on Goldie. Gray is playing deep at third. And the pitch is out of the dirt. Count is now 3-1 on Goldie. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 3-2. And Valdez sets. Fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. He missed the curveball, but not before the Yankees score 2 runs on a 2-run jack by Jazz Chisholm. And as we head to the bottom of the second, Yankees lead the Astros 2-0. Coming up to bat is going to be Yonder Diaz, Ramon Urias, and Cam Smith. For those of you that have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And we're going to take a quick roll at the scoreboard. Heading to the top of the 6th, the Blue Jays lead the Reds 10-8. Heading to the top of the 7th, the Pirates lead the Dodgers 7-4. In the top of the 7th, the Mets are beating the Tigers 10-2. Heading to the top of 8, Nationals lead the Marlins 5-2. In the bottom of the 7th, the Guardians and Red Sox are locked up at 7s. In the middle, or headed to the bottom of the 4th, The Mariners have a 3-2 lead on the Rays. Heading to the top of the fourth, the Cubs are leading the Braves 4-0. In the bottom of the fourth, the Royals lead the Angels 1-0. Also in the bottom of the fourth, the Twins lead the White Sox 2-1. Heading to the top of the fifth, the Athletics lead the Cardinals 1-0. As you know, in this game, the Yankees lead the Astros 2-0. And that is all the active games on the hopper for right now. All right, folks. Chat is awfully quiet. Yankees have hopped out to a 2-run lead and nothing to say. For those of you that are in the stream, just hopped in, please hit the like button, share the channel out. If you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And the first pitch from Fried is in there for call. Strike one. He just catches the top of the strike zone with a cutter. And Fried sets. Next pitch is on the way, and the fastball is up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. Diaz is hitting .253 on the season, 18 home runs, 58 RBIs, and a .688 OPS. Fried sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Hey, FJ, welcome to the stream. Fried sets and fires, and the ball is chapped to Volpe. Volpe fires it, gets him by a couple of steps. Diaz is the first man retired in this inning. Coming up to bat is former Baltimore Oriole Ramon Urias. Urias is hitting .258 on the season, 10 home runs, and that pitch is chopped to Volpe. Volpe sets and fires it across the diamond for the second out of the inning. That is 2 pitches and 2 outs.
Don't come in here and babysit her ass. No, your ass is going to bed. You're 11 years old. Stop being a baby.
And coming up to bat is Cam Smith. And Fried sets and fires, and the cutter is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Smith is hitting .242 on the season, 8 home runs. And the pitch is on the way, and the curveball is down low. Count is 2-0. Ed Fried sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is hammered to Caballero. Caballero sets it, fires it, gets him by 2 steps. And that is going to do it for the Astros. So Fried retires the Astros in order. Heading to the top of 3 is going to be Bellinger, Judge, and Stanton. Let's go Yankees. Time to tack some more runs on and bury these clouds ahead of time. I want to get to the bullpen very early and stress them out before tomorrow. I know they used a lot of bullpen arms in the Angels series. And the keynote for the Astros bullpen is that their closer, Josh Hader, will not be playing before the end of the season. We have no chance of seeing him in this series, and that's a good thing. How we feeling about the game? What do we want to see from tonight, other than a Yankee win, obviously? And it is time for the Yankees to get the charge rolling. And Cody steps up to the plate. Valdez sets and he fires, and the first pitch is a curveball down low. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered foul. Count is evened at 1-1. Belly is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in the first. Valdez sets and fires, and the pitch is a sinker in there for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2. And Valdez sets. And the 1-2 pitch is on the way, and Belly fouls this one off. Count is going to remain 1-2. All right, Belly, lead the charge, baby. And Valdez sets. The pitch is on the way, and it is inside. Count is evened at 2-2. And Valdez sets. And the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. Cody goes down as the first batter of the inning. Valdez is already at 41 pitches. Coming up to bat is the captain. All rise. Judges in the chambers. He is 1 for 1 on the night with a single in the first. Valdez sets and fires, and the sinker catches the outside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Valdez sets, and Judge swings and misses at the curve. Count is 0-2. All right, Captain. And in standard Judge format, in 2 strike counts, he takes time out, picks up some dirt, flips a rock off to the side, getting his warrior mindset on. As he steps back in the box, Valdez sets and fires, and the curveball is in the dirt, bounces away from the catcher. Count is 1-2. And Valdez sets. Pitch is on the way. And this one is hit to right field. It is a line drive. Smith is going to close on it and make the play for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is big Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton is 0 for 1 on the night. He popped out in the first to Christian Walker. And Valdez sets and he fires, and the first pitch is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And Valdez sets. Pitch is on the way, and Stanton swings at a pitch in the dirt. Count is 0-2. Come on, Big G. You can't be smelling at that crap. And Valdez sets, fires, and Stanton swings over the top of the curveball for strike three. And that is going to do it for the Yankees. That is Valdez's sixth strikeout of the night. Heading to the bottom of the third is going to be Dubon, Salazar, and Pena. La 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 la. And we're going to head to the scoreboard. In the top of the seventh, the Blue Jays lead the Reds 10-8. In the bottom of seven, the Pirates have taken the lead 7-5 over the Dodgers. Heading to the top of the eighth, the Mets have a 12-2 lead on the Tigers. In the bottom of the eighth, the Nationals lead the Marlins 5-2. And in the bottom of the eighth, the Guardians and Red Sox are locked up at sevens. In the top of the fifth, the Mariners have a 3-2 lead on the Rays. Heading to the bottom of the fourth, the Cubs lead the Braves 4-0. In the bottom of the fifth, the Royals lead the Angels 1-0. In the top of the fifth, the Twins lead the White Sox 3-1. In the top of the sixth, the A's lead the Cardinals 1-0. The Giants and Rockies underway, and the Giants have a 2-0 lead on the Rockies in the top of the first. And in our game, as you know, we're heading to the bottom of three, and the Yankees lead the Astros 2-0. Max Fried is at 22 pitches on the game. He sets and fires, and the first pitch goes all the way over Wells' head into the backstop for ball one, just a bit high. Dubon is hitting .249 on the season, 7 home runs, 28 RBIs, and a .668 OPS. And Fried sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. In the second inning, Fried threw 8 pitches to clear it. Fried sets, and the pitch is chopped foul down the third base line, and the count is 1-2. Ed Fried sets. And the pitch is way up high again. This one is all the way to the backstop, and the count is 2-2. Freed's fastball's got a little bit of go-go juice. That one was rutted at 97 miles an hour. Count is even at 2-2. Freed sets, and the pitch is chop foul down the third base line again. Count is going to remain deuce-deuce. And Freed sets. Pitch is out of the way, and the sweeper is high. Count is now 3-2. All right, Maxie, it's time to get it done, baby. And Dubon takes time out. Freed sets. Eddie fires, and the pitch is chop foul to the third base line. Count is still 3-2. And Freed sets. And the pitch is up out of the strike zone for ball 4, and that is Freed's second walk of the night. And up to bat is Salazar. And Salazar is plunked by the first pitch. That's going to put runners at first and second with no outs. Freed checks on the runner, and they show bunt. Freed gets the ball, fires to third, and takes out the runner at third. And that is the first out of the inning. Correa is up to bat. He's 0 for 1 on the night with a ground out. Grounded to a fielder's choice in the first inning. And Freed sets. And he fires, and the cutter is inside. Count is 1-0. All right, Baxi. Settle down, baby. It's time to get it done. Freed sets. Fastball is swung on and fouled off. Count is 1-1. Freed checks on the runner, and the pitch is on the way, and Correa fouls the pitch into the first base stands. Yankees lead 2-0. Count is 1-2 on Correa. And Freed sets, checking on the runner at second. And the pitch is chopped to Goldie. Goldie flips it to Volpe, who is not able to make the relay. So that is the second out. Freed did not get to first in time, so he's telling him not to throw the ball. So the Astros have runners at first and third with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Jose Altuve. He is 0 for 1 with a flyout in the first. And the first pitch is a sinker off the plate. Count is 1-0. Ed Freed sets. And the sweeper is in there for call. Strike one right down the heart of Broadway. Count is even at 1-up. And Freed sets. And the pitch is a changeup off the plate. Count is now 2-1. And Freed sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is grounded to Volpe. Volpe is going to flip it to Jazz at second to end the inning. And that kills the threat. So Freed works in and out of trouble. Coming up to bat in the top of the fourth is going to be Trent Grisham, Anthony Volpe, and Jazz Chisholm. And for those of you that have hopped into the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And going back to the scoreboard, the Blue Jays have taken an 11-8 lead on the Reds in the bottom of the seventh. Dodgers have closed the Pirates' lead in the bottom of the seventh, 7-6. Bottom of the eighth, the Mets lead the Tigers 12-2. Heading to the top of the ninth, the Nationals lead the Marlins 5-2. In the bottom of the eighth, the Red Sox and Guardians are locked up at 8. At 7s. In the bottom of the sixth, the Mariners lead the Rays 2-1. In the top of the fifth, the Cubs now lead the Braves 4-3. Top of sixth, the Royals lead the Angels 1-0. In the bottom of the fifth, the Twins and the White Sox are locked up at 3 apiece. In the bottom of the sixth, the Athletics lead the A's 1-0. Heading to the top of 4, Yankees lead the Astros 2-0. And in the bottom of the first, the Giants lead the Rockies 2-0. And that's our scoreboard for the day. Awfully quiet out there, chat. What do we think is going to happen? Are the Yankees going to tag some more runs on? And Valdez is on the bump. Grisham is in the box. First pitch is a curveball that bounces in the dirt. Count is 1-0. And Valdez sets, fires, and the curveball is going to bounce in front of the plate. Count is 2-0. Grisham is 1-for-1 on the night with a single in the second, and he scored a run on Jazz's 2-run homer. Valdez sets, and the pitch is hammered to right field, right center. Dubon drifts, and he's going to make the play just short of the warning track for the first out. And Valdez sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled off by Volpe. Count is 0-1. Valdez sets and fires, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. And Valdez sets. And the pitch is on the way. And the curveball is off the plate. Count is now 1-2. Valdez sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is in the dirt and bounces to the backstop. Count is evened at 2-2. And Valdez sets, and Volpe chops the ball foul. Count is going to remain 2-2. Valdez sets, and he fires, and the curveball is off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. Valdez is at 57 pitches already. He sets, and he fires, and Volpe hits this one up the middle. Rios is going to make the play at second and fire on to first. Walker holds it, and that is going to be the second out. Jazz Chisholm Jr. will be coming up to bat. He's 1-for-1 on the day with a 2-run home run. And Valdez sets. First pitch is on the way, and it is a slider in the dirt. Count is 1-0. And Valdez sets. Next pitch is on the way, and it is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-1. Valdez sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one paints the inside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is now 1-2 on Jazz. And the pitch is on the way, and Jazz fouls it off. Count is going to remain 1-2. Welcome to the stream, Celia. Valdez sets, and he fires, and Jazz hammers this one into left field. Altuve is going to shoot the ball into second base. Coming up to bat is Jose Caballero. Caballero is 1 for 1 on the night with a double and a stolen base. Valdez sets. Pitch is on the way, and it hits Caballero. So Caballero is hopping up and down on 1 foot. Oh, my God. They're trying to say that Caballero swung on a... Shit. Caballero is thrown out of the game. Freaking spectacular. So is McMahon or Rosario coming in the game to take third? And it looks like Ryan McMahon is coming up to bat. McMahon is hitting .217 on the season. 18 homers on the season, 46 RBIs, and a 704 OPS. So I guess Booney is going with the defensive option at third. And Valdez makes a weak pickoff attempt on Jazz. Count is 0-1 on McMahon. I'm anticipating a stolen base here. Valdez sets and fires, and the runner goes, and the ball gets away from Salazar. Jazz is going to be in there at second. That's Jazz's 26th stolen base of the season. So can McMahon bring in the duck on the pond? And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is now 1-2. Well, Celia, what happened is the Valdez threw a pitch that was in the dirt. It hit Caballero, but he swung at the pitch, and Caballero was arguing about it, and the umpire threw him out. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a curveball in the dirt. Count is 2-2. Valdez checks on the runner at second. Pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered to Walker. Walker is going to field it and take it himself, and that is the third out of the inning. No runs on a hit, and that'll do it for the top of the fourth. Obviously, McMahon is going to stay in at third base for Caballero. Coming up to bat is going to be Walker, Diaz, and Urias. That is the second time this season with the Yankees that Caballero has been thrown out of a game. So curious to see what kind of a foul what kind of fine he's going to eat on this one. And for those of you that have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Celia, Boone had no opportunity to defend Caballero. He was thrown out as Boone was heading towards the umpire. That was definitely a quick hook. Probably called him a fucking idiot or something, and Reed sets and fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Walker is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in the first. Reed sets, and the pitch is in there for call, strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. And the pitch is chopped to McBad. McBad feels it and fires across the diamond to record the first out of the inning. Yonder Diaz is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the night with a ground out in the second. Freed sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is inside. Caballero got thrown out of that game very quickly. Boone was protesting with the head umpire, and the pitch is hey, Nick, welcome to the stream. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is even at 2-2. Freed sets and fires, and the pitch is grounded to McMahon. McMahon fires across the diamond to Goldie for the second out of the inning. How do we know he cussed about? Maybe he understands Spanish. And Freed sets, and the pitch is on the way, and it is inside, and it's going to be all the way back to the backstop. Count is 1-0. Freed sets and fires, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. Urias is 0 for 1 on the night. And the next pitch is going to catch the inside corner. Count is 1-2. And Freed sets. And the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. So that is a 1-2-3 inning for Freed. And as we head to the fifth, coming up to bat is Austin Wells, Paul Goldschmidt, and Cody Bellinger. They are combined 0 for 5 on the night with 4 strikeouts. That was definitely one of the quickest hooks I've seen. But Caballero's stat line is going to be a double, a stolen base, and an ejection. And for those of you that have hopped in, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And around the league, the scoreboard reads, bottom of the 8th, the Jays lead the Reds 11-9. Bottom of the 8th, the Pirates lead the Dodgers 8-6. Heading to the bottom of the 9th, the Mets lead the Tigers 12-5. The Nationals have beaten the Marlins 5-2. The Red Sox have beaten the Guardians 11-7. In the top of the 7th, the Rays have retaken the lead the Mariners 4-3. In the bottom of 6th, the Cubs lead the Braves 4-3. And Valdez sets, and the first pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Balls is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in the second. And the pitch is swung on. Apparently, tempers flare in Colorado. There was a home run trot, and the pitch is in there for call, strike three. That's a good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And apparently, the exchange between the batter and the pitcher resulted in a benches clearing ruckus. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. And the first pitch is a slider down low. Count is 1-0. Goldie is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. And Valdez sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 2-0. And Valdez sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is a changeup down low. Count is 3-0. And Valdez sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike one. Count is 3-1 on Goldie. On deck is Cody Bellinger. Valdez sets and fires, and Goldie swings and misses on the pitch. Count is now full, 3-2. Valdez sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. That is ball 4 for Goldschmidt as he heads to first base. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. And Bellinger is up to bat. Valdez fires the first pitch, and this one is hammered into right field. And that is a single. Smith gets the ball in quickly, and the Yankees have runners at first and second with one man out. Coming up to bat is the captain, Aaron Judge. He is 1 for 2 on the night with a single in the first. And the captain is getting his hail of boos in Dyken Park. Hey, Kenneth, welcome to the stream. And the first pitch is a changeup down low. Count is 1-0. Time to tack some runs onto this lead. And the pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 2-0. Valdez sets. Pitch is on the way, and Judge slaps this one through right field. And we're going to have the bases juiced full of Yankees with one out. And big Giancarlo Stanton is coming up to bat. Stanton is 0 for 2 on the night with a pop out and a strikeout. And it looks like the pitching coach is now out trying to talk to Valdez. He's probably trying to tell him, place a fastball right down the heart of Broadway and see what Stanton can do. And we're in the top of the fifth. Yankees lead 2-0. Bases are juice full of Yankees. There is one out, and big Giancarlo Stanton is up to bat. Framber Valdez is on the mound, and he sets. First pitch is on the way, and this batshit blind umpire just called a strike for a pitch that was definitely not on the plate. Count is 0-1. Valdez sets, and he fires, and the pitch is down in the dirt. Oh, my God. They just said that he just swung at the pitch that was in the dirt. And that is definitely not a freaking swing. Count is 0-2 on Big G. Valdez sets. Pitch is on the way, and Stanton fouls it off. Count is going to remain 0-2. And Valdez sets. And the pitch is out of the way, and it is just off the plate. Count is 1-2. And Valdez sets. Fires, and the curveball is way off the plate. Count is evened at deuces. Deuce, deuce. Where is the goose? And it looks like they have a De Los Santos is warming up in the bullpen. And the pitch is on the way, and Stanton is called out on strikes. And DeJesus punches out Stanton. That is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham. He is 1 for 2 on the night with a single in the second, and he scored on the 2-run Jazz Chisholm home run. Valdez sets and fires, and the curveball is inside. Count is 1-0. John, I don't know how many mound visits are allowed. I know at one time it was 6, but I think they've dropped it down. And Valdez sets, pitch is on the way, and Grisham hammers this one. Oh my God. To right field or left field. And I think it's a home run. It's going, and gone. And that is a granny for Trent Grisham. And the Yankees now take a 6-0 lead. And that is Grisham's 29th home run of the year. And the pitch is off the plate, ball 1. And the sinker is in there for call, strike 1. Count is even at 1-1. And the pitch to Volpe is fouled off. Count is now 1-2. And Valdez sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is chop fouled on the third base line. Valdez sets, it fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 1-2 as we head to the sixth pitch of the at bat. Volpe is 0 for 2 on the night with a ground out and a strikeout. Valdez sets, pitch is on the way, and Volpe hammers this one into the left field line. Foul. I thought Volpe tagged one for his 20th. And Valdez sets. And the pitch is hit down the third base line. Correa fills it and shoots it to Walker at first to record the third out of the inning, but not before the Yankees tag 4 more runs on a grand slam by Trent Grisham. That is a slam into the Crawford boxes. And the Yankees now lead the Astros 6-0. Ed John Mazzola says, reside Grish and Belly, both. I would love nothing more than to have both of them back on the squad. The question that's asked is, what do you do with Spencer Jones and Jason Dominguez? And for those of you that have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. Coming up in the middle of the fifth is going to be Cam Smith, Mauricio Dubon, and I don't know his first name, Salazar. La 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 la. La la la. Let's go, Yankees. Maybe my take for 17 against the cheating Astros has rubbed a little bit of luck in this. I haven't worn a Yankees cap for a while now. Now, how are we feeling about the game? I know we got to have a little bit of chatty rat-a-tat, chatty chat going on. You are absolutely right, Jose. I am without a doubt thinking we're taking the division. And the first pitch from Fried is up out of the strike zone for ball 1. Smith is 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out in the second. And the pitch, come on, guy. Should have been called strike 1, but once again, this crappy umpire is not doing his job as usual. Count is 2-0. Fried sets and fires, and he paints the inside corner for call, strike 1. Count is 2-1. We are in the bottom of the fifth. And the next pitch is going to paint the inside corner for call, strike 2. Count is 2-2. And the pitch is on the way, and the pitch is Hit through the right side of the infield to Cody Bellinger, and that is the first hit of the game for the Astros. La 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 la. And the pitch is in there for call. Strike one. Nice curveball. Actually fouled it off. Count is 0-1. So let's get a nice rollover grounder. Double play to do these two guys in. And Fried sets. Checks on the runner at first. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a changeup off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Let's go Yankees. And Max sets. Pitch is down low for ball 2. Count is 2-1. Dubon is 0 for 0 on the night with a walk in his first at bat. And Maxie sets. And the pitch is inside. Count is now 3-1. Come on, guy. You have a 6-run lead. Pitch this jackass. Cannot pitch from behind. And Fried sets. And the pitch paints the inside portion of the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. And the batter calls timeout. And Fried sets. Pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Dubon is down on strikes, and that is Fried's third strikeout of the night. So, for those of you just joining the stream, we are in the bottom of the 5th. The Yankees lead 6-0. There is one out with a runner at first, and Salazar is up to bat, and the pitch is on the way, and this one is grounded foul. Count is 0-1. Salazar was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. He does not have an official one yet. And Fried sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is a beautiful curveball swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And Fried sets. And the fastball is way outside. Count is 1-2. Come on, Maxie. And Fried sets. And the pitch is on the way. And this one is fouled off. Count is going to remain 1-2. And Fried sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. So Salazar is down on strikes, and that is the second out of the inning, and Max's 4th strikeout of the game. And for those of you that have just hopped into the stream, Yankees lead the Astros 6-0 in the bottom of the fifth. There are 2 outs with a runner at first. Pena is up to bat, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. Beautiful change. Count is 0-1. Pena is 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. And Fried sets. And the pitch paints the inside or outside portion of the plate. Count is 0-2. Pena takes time out. And Fried sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for the 5th strikeout for Fried. And that is going to do it for the Astros in the bottom of the 5th. This is the Max Fried that we signed. And the numbers are Yankees have 6 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Astros have no runs on their first hit last inning and no errors. Coming up to bat in the top of the 6th is going to be Jazz Chisholm, Ryan McMahon, and Austin Wells. High points in the game thus far. Jazz Chisholm got his 500th hit of his career with a 2-run homer off of Framber Valdez. Trent Grisham last inning hit a monster grand slam into the Crawford boxes. Give us our 6 runs. Jose Caballero was hit by a pitch that he swung at, was arguing with the home plate umpire, and got ejected. Ryan McMahon has come into the game to take his spot, and he's done a fine job defensively, as anticipated. And now you're caught up on the events of the game. And for those of you who have just hopped into the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. La 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 la. Let's go, Yankees. And it's time for Jazz to lead us into battle. So let's charge. Jazz is 2 for 2 on the night with a single and a 2-run homer. And I believe he also has a stolen base. So, good night for the Jazz man. And it looks like Enyel De Los Santos is coming in for Framber Valdez. He has a 3.98 ERA. Opponents are hitting .227, 46 strikeouts, 19 walks. And the second pitch is down low to Jazz. Count is 2-0. And the pitch is on the way, and Jazz hammers this one foul down the first base line. And the count is 2-1. If De Los Santos looks familiar, We picked him up at the trade deadline last year, and he lasted about 2 weeks. And the pitch is swung on and missed by Jazz. Count is deuce. And Del Santos sets, fires, and Jazz swings on and misses the pitch. And that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon. McMahon is 0 for 1 on the night. He came in to take the second part of Caballero's at bat after he was ejected. Del Santos sets and he fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Del Santos sets. Pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. Del Santos sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled off to the backstop. Count is 1-2. And former Yankee Del Santos sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is up out of the strike zone. Count is evened at deuce. Del Santos sets, and the pitch is foul tipped into the glove of the catcher for strike 3. That is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells. No, Sean, it's not Yuri. It's Enye. We traded and picked him up from the Padres at last year's trade deadline, not this year's trade deadline. He was with the team for about 2 weeks before we DFA'd him. And the Wells is 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts, and the first pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And the second pitch is a changeup off the plate. Count is 2-0. Yeah, his stay in New York wasn't memorable. And the next pitch is a four-seamer off the plate. Count is now 3-0. And this is why his stay in the Bronx wasn't memorable, because he did exactly this. And the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike 1. Count is 3-1. Del Santos sets, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to go 3-2. And Del Santos sets, and Wells hammers this one into right field. And I don't know. I think that's a home run, but Wells is at second with a double. I think they need to take a look at this one. Yeah, they're going to look at this one. Hey, Nathan. And this is a crew chief review. I'll be back in just a sec. For those of you that have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. I think they're just going to rule this one as a double. I thought maybe. But just think, the fat guy who missed the ball is on TV, and he's recorded for memory forever. So how's the show going, Nathan? And coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. And this pitch is hit down the right field line, and Smith is on the run, and he's going to make a great catch, taking an extra base hit away from Goldie. So that is no runs, a hit. And as we head to the bottom of the sixth, coming up to bat is Carlos Correa, Jose Altuve, and Christian Walker. La 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 la. And how are we feeling? And for those of you that have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Maxey is at 70 pitches heading into the bottom of the sixth. So I think we can get 7 out of him, maybe. And the first pitch is hammered off the wall of the Crawford box. Stanton fires it in, and that is going to hold Correa to a long single. And Altuve is up to bat. And the first pitch is just off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Fried sets, fires, and the pitch is called strike one. I think that was off the plate. However, I'll take it. And the next pitch is just off the plate. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is on the way. And that is, he did not check his swing, so that is strike two. Count is now deuce. And the pitch is grounded to Goldie. He's going to get it and step on the bag to record the first out of the inning. Christian Walker is up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a ground out. And Fried sets. And the pitch is inside. Count is 1-0. Astros have a runner at second with one out. Christian Walker is up to bat. Next, he checks on the runner at second, and the pitch is hit to center field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. Gray is going to advance to third. Astros have runners at first and third with one out. And Diaz is up. First pitch is fouled, actually swung out and missed. For call, strike one. And Fried sets. Next pitch is fouled off to the right side. Count is 0-2. And Max sets. And the pitch is chopped down the third base line. McMahon fires to second. Jazz fires to first, but not in time. And a run is going to score. So that is a fielder's choice RBI for Diaz. The score is now 6-1 Yankees. And coming up to bat is Ramon Urias. Astros have 2 outs with a runner at first. Urias is 0 for 2 on the night with a grind out and a strikeout. And Fried sets, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Max sets, and he fires, and the pitch is in the dirt. Count is even at 1-1. Ed Fried sets, Ed fires, and the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike 2. And the count is 1-2. And Max sets, and he fires, and the pitch is chopped foul. Count is still 1-2. And Fried sets, and the pitch is a high fly ball to right field. Belly is camped under it, and he makes the play for the third out. And that is going to do the Astros, but not before they score their first run of the game. Yankees lead the Astros 6-1, heading to the top of 7th. Coming up to bat is going to be Cody Bellinger, Aaron Judge, and Giancarlo Stanton. Yeah, it's pretty quiet tonight, especially for the Yankees winning. Anything we got to say? And we're going to head to the scoreboard for today's action. Blue Jays beat the Reds 12-9, bad for us. The Pirates beat the Dodgers 9-7. Mets beat the Tigers 12-5, good for us. Nationals beat the Marlins 5-2. Red Sox beat the Guardians 11-7, bad for us. They're in the top of the 9th, and the Rays lead the Mariners 6-4. In the top of the 9th, the Cubs lead the Braves 4-3. The Angels beat the Royals 5-1, good for us. White Sox are hammering the Twins 12-3 in the middle of the bottom of the 8th. The Cardinals have taken the lead and won 2-1 against the A's. As you know, heading to the top of 7, the Yankees lead the Astros 6-1. In the top of the 5th, the Giants lead the Rockies 3-1. And the first pitch into Goldie is called strike one. De Los Santos sets and Belly fouls this one off. Count is 0-2. And in the bottom of the second, Diamondbacks and Rangers are tied at 0. And in the top of the second, the Orioles have a 1-0 lead over the Padres. De Los Santos sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled off. De Los Santos sets and fires, and this pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 0-2. Belly is 1 for 3 on the night with 2 strikeouts, a single, and a run scored. De Los Santos sets, and the ball is grounded fair to Christian Walker. He flips it to De Los Santos to record the first out of the inning. Poopy on Youpie. Coming up to bat is the captain. So all rise. The judge is in the chambers. De Los Santos sets, and Judge swings on and misses the first pitch. Count is 0-1. De Los Santos sets and fires, and Judge hammers this one foul. Count is now 0-2. And De Los Santos sets. Pitch. Wow, might have caught the top of the strike zone, but it's called ball one. Count is 1-2. And De Los Santos sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. And De Los Santos sets. Pitch is on the way, and Judge guys this one to Christian Walker. And he is going to make the play for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is big Giancarlo Stanton. He is 0 for 3 on the night with 2 strikeouts. De Los Santos sets, and the pitch is a slider that catches the inside corner. Call strike one. Count is 0-1. De Los Santos sits. Pitch is on the way, and it is up and in. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is in there for call, strike two. Count is 1-2. Phil Santos sets and he fires, and this one is a Towering fly ball to center field. And Dubon is going to make the play on the run for the third out of the inning. And Maxie Fried is heading out to the mound for the seventh inning. And I was looking at my fantasy lineup and I left Framber Valdez off of it. Thank God. How we feeling about the game? And it looks like Jason Dominguez is going into left field to replace Big G. And the first pitch to Smith is a curveball in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Fried sets and fires, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is evened at 1-up, and it looks like Devin Williams is warming up in the pen. And Fried sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Smith is 1 for 2 on the night with a single in the fifth. And Fried sets, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 1-2. And Fried sets, and the pitch is fouled off once again. As we head to the sixth pitch of the at bat, the count is still going to remain 1-2. Fried sets, and the fires, and the curveball is down low. Count is evened at 2-2. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is a sweeper up high. Count is now full. Come on, Max. Stop screwing around with these guys. Fried sets and fires, and this pitch is fouled off by Smith. Count is going to remain 3-2. And the pitch, wow, should have been called strike three, but this badass blind umpire called it ball four, so that is a leadoff walk for the Astros. Fried sets and he fires, and the first pitch is a sinker off the plate. Count is 0-1. Dubon is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. And the next pitch is a sweeper off the plate, sinker off the plate. Count is 2-0. And the pitch is grounded down the third baseline. McMahon is going to stop the ball, but have no play. So the Astros have runners at first and second with no one out. Salazar is coming up to bat. 0 for 1 on the night, hit by pitch and a strikeout. And it looked like Booney is coming out to the mound. And the bunt is caught by Fried. He fires to first, and that is a double play. Salazar bunted it. Fried slid, caught it, fired to first base. And Dubon is thrown out at first base. And there should be absolutely no reason that Maxey doesn't win the Gold Glove as the pitcher. Pena is up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the night with a walk in the first. Now there's a runner at second with 2 outs, and Fried sets, and the ball is grounded to Volpe. Volpe fires across the diamond to record the third out of the inning. And he gets out of the seventh with no damage. Coming up in the bottom of the seventh is going to be Grishbaum, Volpe, and Jazz. For those of you just hopping into the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And you are absolutely right. Max completed 7. Let's go, Yankees. And for those of you that are here, if you were not in our stream, we held an open panel at 6 o'clock, ran it a little bit later than normal. Talked about the next 12 games, this upcoming series, or the upcoming series for the Yankees tough stretch for our September lineup. If you weren't there, consider checking it out, hearing what we had to say. Had several panel members on, good conversation, and loving the baseball talk. And Okert is going to be on the mound. And the first pitch is in there for call, strike one. Okert has a 2.83 ERA. Opponents have a 170 batting average. And the next pitch is a slider. Call, strike two. Count is 0-2. Grisham is 2 for 3 on the day, and the pitch is down in the dirt. Looks like Devin Williams will be coming in. Okert sets and fires, and Grisham swings and misses. Grisham goes down on strikes, and that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Anthony Volpe. He is 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout. Okert sets, and the pitch is just off the plate. Count is 1-0. Okert sets, and this one is fouled off. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is fouled off. Volpe is down on one knee. He took the brunt of that one. And this one is driven into right center field. Dubon is going to make the play on the warning track for the second out. And the first pitch is in there for call, strike one. Okert sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is, wow, that is down low, but it is called strike two. And the pitch is a slider off the plate. Now the umpire is chirping at Boone. Looks like he's feeling the need to pitch somebody else. Okert sets and fires, and the pitch is down low. Amazed that one didn't get called. He's already called two strikes exactly like that. And the pitch is driven deep to right field. And this is going, and gone. And the Yankees extend their lead to 7-1. That's his second home run on the night. No more excitement from the chat than that. Come on now. And the first pitch to Jazz is a four-seamer off the bat. And the pitch is on the way, and that one is foul tipped. Count is 1-1 to McMahon. Okert sets, and the pitch is just off the plate. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway. Count is evened at deuce. Okert sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. And the pitch is off the plate. And the count is now going to be full. And the pitch is down and away for ball four. So McMahon takes the walk as he's stripping his gear off and heading to first base. And the pitch to Wells is down low for ball one. Wells is 1 for 3 on the night with a double in the sixth. Okert sets and fires, and that is a high fly ball to left field. Altuve is tracking it, is going to make the play for the third out of the inning, but not before the Yankees tack another run on to give the Yankees a 6-1 lead. Heading into the bottom of 8 is going to be Correa, Altuve, and Walker. And for those of you good folks that have stayed to watch this or listen to this play-by-play, I want to extend my thanks for you taking time to on your Tuesday night to be here. Most appreciated. And if you have not, please hit the like button and share the channel out. If you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. So how are we feeling about the game tonight? And Blackburn is coming out to pitch the 8th inning. First pitch is high for ball one. Blackburn sets and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-1 on Correa. And Blackburn sets and the pitch is just off the plate. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is foul tipped into the glove of the catcher. Count is 2-2. And Blackburn sets, and the sinker catches the outside corner for call, strike 3. Correa did not like the call. So, for you, Carlos. To get some splinters in that butt, baby, because you're out. That is the 6th Yankee strikeout of the night. Jose Altuve coming up to bat. He's 0 for 3 on the night. And the sinker is just off the plate. Count is 1-0. Altuve has flown out, grounded out, and hit into a fielder's choice. And Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is just off the plate. Count is 2-0. For those of you that have just joined the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And Blackburn fires, and that is a beautiful cutter that catches the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 2-1. And Blackburn sets and fires, and the sinker paints the outside corner. Count is now evened at 2-2. Blackburn sets and fires, and Altuve throws his bat at it and fouls it off. Count is going to remain 2-2. And Blackbird sets, pitches all the way, and Altuve swings and misses for strike 3. Coming up to bat is Christian Walker. And Blackburn sets, fires, and the first pitch to Walker is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Blackbird sets and fires, and the sinker is swung on and missed. Count is even at 1-up. And let's go Yankees. Blackburn fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Beautiful sweeper. Well, Celia, you think they're going to get shelled? I think we're going to win the series tomorrow. Guess we'll find out. And Blackburn sets. And the pitch is way off the plate. Count is 2-2 on Walker. Walker is 1 for 3 on the night with a single and a strikeout. Blackbird sets and fires, and the pitch is just off the plate. That is ball 3. And Blackburn sets, and he pitches, and it is tipped into the glove of Wells. So Blackburn does strike out the side. And as we head to the top of the ninth, Paul Goldschmidt, Cody Bellinger, and Aaron Judge coming up to bat. And it's time for Goldie to lead the charge into the ninth inning. And for those of you that have just hopped into the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And for those of you that were not here earlier, I had an open panel at 6 p.m. Video is out there, so if you didn't get the opportunity to hop into the stream, please take a moment to sit back and listen to it. Blue Ball is coming into the game for Okert. And the first pitch is a sweeper in their call for strike one. Count is 0-1 on Goldie. And he fires a 96-mile-an-hour four-seamer that is low and away. Count is evened at 1-1. And Blue Boss sets and fires, and the four-seamer is down low. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is even at 2-2. And Blue Boss sets, and the pitch is up and out of the strike zone. Count is full at 3-2. And the pitch is lined right up the middle for a base hit. So Goldie joins the hit parade. And coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. Bellinger is 1 for 4 on the night with a single, base on balls, and a run scored on Trent Grishbaum's grand slam. And Blue Boss sets, and he fires, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is a towering fly ball to left field. Altuve is going to make the play for the first out of the inning. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. He is 2 for 4 on the night with a pair of singles. And the first pitch is a sweeper down low for ball one. Blue Bloss sets. And the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike one. Count is 1-1. Can the captain go 3 for 5 against these guys who have owned him? And the pitch is down low. Count is 2-1. And the next pitch is down low. Blue boss sets and fires, and Judge swings and misses on the changeup. Count is now full, 3-2. Pitch is on the way, and it paints the inside corner for call, strike 3. And that is the second out in the top of the ninth. Coming up to bat is big Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton is 0 for 4 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. And the first pitch paints the outside corner. Call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Blue Bloss sets, fires, and the changeup is in the dirt. Actually, Dominguez is up to bat. Dominguez is hitting .255 on the season, 10 home runs, 45 RBIs. And the pitch is on the way, and Dominguez fouls this one off. Count is now 1-2. And Blue Boss sets and fires, and the pitch is in the dirt. Count is evened at deuce. Where is your goose? Blue Boss sets and fires, and Dominguez fouls this one off. And the count is going to remain deuce. And Dominguez swings on the pitch for strike 3. And as we head to the bottom of the ninth, is Paul Blackburn going to stay on the bump, or is Devin Williams coming into the game? In the bottom of the ninth, we are going to see Yonner Diaz, Ramon Urias, and Cam Smith. And Blackburn fires, and the first pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Blackburn sets and fires, and this one is grounded. Great play by McMahon. He fires to first base, but not in time. Coming up to bat is Arias. And the first pitch paints the outside corner for call. Strike one. Blackburn sets and fires, and the cutter is just off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and the sinker is just a little bit low. Count is evened at 2-2. Blackburn sets and fires, and the slider is off the plate. Count is now full. Blackburn sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. That is Blackburn's fourth strikeout of the night. And for those of you just hopping in the stream, we are in the bottom of the ninth. Yankees lead 7-1. Astros have a runner at first with one out. Cam Smith is up to bat, and the first pitch is ball one. Blackburn sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is evened at 1-1. Blackburn sets, and the pitch, wow. Looked like he painted the outside corner, but it is called ball two. Count is 2-1. Blackburn sets and fires and paints the top of the strike zone for call. Strike two. Count is 2-2. And the pitch is right back at Blackburn, and that is a game-ending double play. So the Yankees take game one of this three-game set 7-1. Incredible night for the Yankees. 3 home runs, 2 by Jazz Chisholm, a 2-run shot and a solo shot, and a grand slam by Trent Grisham, accounting for all 7 runs of the Yankees. Max Fried went 7 innings and pitched an outstanding game. I will not be calling the play-by-play tomorrow night because I have league bowling, and I am not sure if Joe will be calling it. We'll have to confirm that later. I would recommend hopping over to NY Yankee Mania. They are going to be doing a post-game review, and you should have some good commentary and takes from that stream, so I recommend hopping it over. And before I shut this one down, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, I recommend that you consider subscribing. As traditional for me, I will say, let's go Yankees, and we'll see you in the funny papers. Have a great night, and thank you for taking time to watch the stream.